Retirement is a major milestone for anyone, and it's important to plan ahead for the transition. In this part 1 video, I'll share 7 tips on what to do before retirement. Part 2 and 3 is what to do during and after retirement. It's never too early to start planning and setting yourself up for something to retire to. So check it out. In case you're new, I'm Cyn Meyer, the founder of Second Wind Movement and a life coach for older adults who are striving to turn their retirement years into their best years full of purpose and meaning. And setting yourself up ahead of time before retirement is going to be key for a smooth transition into a retirement that you love. Whether it's 5 or 15 years to retirement, it's never too early to plan. And an inward exploration will always benefit you. No clarity will ever go lost as you continue to evolve and change and develop over time. So here are 7 key factors to consider before retiring. Starting with number 1, determine what retirement really means to you. Retirement means different things to different people, of course, and it definitely runs a lot deeper than just a phrase you say when you want to avoid the stresses of work. Unlike what most retirement advice prepares you for, retirement planning goes well beyond just financial planning. And the stereotypical vacation cruise / eternal vacation is not for everyone. If it's truly what you want, then great. But for most people, especially high achievers, that's not the case. I see this all the time. Either way, whatever retirement means to you, it's so important to get away from those default stereotypes and to dedicate some time and energy to go inward for the answers. It's a deep self-exploration to connect with your authentic sense of self, and that takes some time. But once you have a clear understanding of your why and your deeper desires in life, then you can map out a plan to get there. Number 2, consider your living situation. For some who aren't yet in their forever home, figuring out where you'll live in retirement is going to be a major consideration. Having clarity on tip number 1 and your lifestyle is important before you make any moving decisions, of course. But whether it's a sunny state, downsizing to a smaller place, or staying put and then making some adjustments to your current home, I highly recommend decluttering and clearing out space for that new identity and role in retirement to fill in. When you declutter your physical environment, there is a massive mental decluttering that happens too. I see that all the time as well. Plus, it's highly probable that your home is cluttered with unused excess items. According to a study, a whopping 80% of the things that people hold onto are never actually used. So purge who you want to leave in the past and be very intentional about who you want to embody moving forward. Number 3, focus on building healthy habits. If you can build healthy habits and make them a priority before retirement, you'll have a much smoother transition because your healthy habits will create a very important structure as you move through all the other layers of mental, emotional, and physical transitions during your move into this new life phase. If you're thinking, I don't have time right now, and when I retire, I'll have all the time in the world, you're not alone. And unfortunately, those tend to be empty promises to yourself. And then you're more likely to fall into the trap of retirement procrastination, where you put things off because you convince yourself that you have all the time in the world with such an open-ended schedule. So don't do that because, for example, according to the stats, most pre-retirees claim that they'll eat healthier and exercise more once they reach retirement, but most retirees report the opposite in reality. So take the lifestyle action before you retire. My favorite secret weapon: take small daily micro steps and focus on consistency, even if it's just a few minutes at first and then you work your way up incrementally. That will be your key to success. Number 4, establish a support network. Retirement can be an isolating and lonely time if you don't have a strong support network in place. So start building it now, both online and offline, new and old relationships. Like everything that we suggest, go inward first to identify the people, activities, and lifestyle that will energize you. And it's about starting your retirement journey with the most authentic version of yourself. And your personal connections need to support and match that identity. Of course, it's a common pain point to miss interacting with your coworkers and your colleagues after retiring because it's less convenient to see them as often. In fact, in 2023, 33% of older adults reported infrequent contact, which is once a week or less, with people from outside of their homes. But that's not to say that you have to fall victim to isolation, nor the dangerous narrative that retirement is lonely. Just put some intention, thought, and energy into reaching out to the right type of people who support your growth in retirement. It's totally worth the effort. Number 5, create a plan for your healthcare needs. Most people underestimate the cost of healthcare in retirement. Even if you're perfectly healthy right now, medical costs can still add up. According to HealthView's report, retiring couples may face health costs ranging from upwards of $150,000 to $1 million throughout the retirement, or about $300,000 on average. So it's worth planning for your healthcare needs now, whether that means contributing to a healthcare savings account or finding an affordable insurance plan. And of course, better yet, be proactive about taking care of yourself, mentally, emotionally, and physically, so that you can be as independent as possible for as long as possible, on top of saving on potential medical and healthcare bills. Number 6, practice retirement. You don't have to wait until retirement to start living the retired life. We recommend taking regular mini retirements where you can practice retirement throughout the years leading up to retirement to see what it feels like. You can take some time off and try to see what your retirement routine would look and feel like, whether it's something that you would actually fully enjoy doing, and see whether it's something you'd actually enjoy doing full time. Also, try to spend as you would in retirement. That way, you can get a better idea of how much money you'll need and if your spending is realistic. Most experts agree that you need to replace at least 80% of your pre-retirement income. Plus, after being conditioned to only save for decades, spending down your retirement accounts is gonna feel like a big adjustment. So practice runs can help curb some of that anxiety and habitual worry. And finally, number 7, assess your investment and saving strategy. Money isn't everything, but it's still necessary to get your finances in order before retirement, needless to say. And even though most all retirement advice is financial advice, with 55% of Americans being behind on their retirement savings, I'm compelled to offer a friendly nudge to get your finances in order, to support all the other more meaningful areas in your retirement, of course. By the way, if you're unfamiliar with our 5 rings of retirement framework, check out the core categories beyond finance to create a truly holistic retirement plan. As you approach retirement age, review, and if necessary, update your will and estate plan, as well as any other legal documents. Speak to a fiduciary financial advisor about your retirement savings and your investments to make sure that you have enough money saved up for the future. To recap our 7 tips today, consider these factors before retirement. Number 1, figure out what retirement really means to you. Number 2, consider your living situation. Number 3, focus on building healthy habits now. Number 4, establish a support network now. Number 5, create a plan for your healthcare needs. Number 6, practice retirement. And number 7, assess your investments and saving strategy. May you be financially, mentally, emotionally, and physically ready for retirement by looking into these things before you cross that finish line and retire from your career. Thank you so much for being here and striving to be your best during retirement. We need more people like you to help shift our culture to be better. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment on this video. Every engagement that you make with our content helps us do our job better of creating helpful videos for this very important audience of older adults. So thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the next video.